Hey guys, how's it going? Billy here, coming at you with a real quick video, quick turnaround. I know just had one a couple of days ago, the VCLT video from Peaches, Mr. and Mrs. Peaches. Thanks again for that, guys. If you haven't checked out that video, go back and check that out. What an awesome package those guys sent over my way. I still can't believe it. Tons of great stuff in there. 8 tracks, cassettes, LPs, gold stamp promos, you name it. Unbelievable stuff. Let's get to the reason for tonight's video. I swear I was going to be making an LP video. As a matter of fact, I was talking with Mitch Wood last night, and told him I had probably 3 vinyl updates that I needed to do, and the plan was to get one of those done today. However, this happened. I went out and helped Mom and Dad this morning. They had a couple things they wanted me to do. Went up to their house and did a few things for them, did a few errands for them, and on the way back, stopped by the bank and ran into Goodwill because that's what we do. We're freaks. So swung in the bank, ran into Goodwill, and lo and behold, somebody had just dropped off a cassette collection. So the little 3 shelf things, probably holds 30 cassettes. So there were 3 of those. Ended up getting those for $1 a piece. So I got 3 of those shelves for $1 a piece. So $3 there. They're not the nicest of shelves, but hey, they work. They do the job until I am able to get my other shelves built. They will work. But it was the cassette goodness that was inside of those shelves that really made it worthwhile. So what I pretty well ran into here was the 80s and 90s country cassette collection. Some pretty cool stuff. Believe it or not, I left a handful of stuff there, a lot of stuff there actually, because I already had it. There was no sense in bringing it back here and duplicates, let somebody else enjoy it. It was stuff like Garth Brooks, Clint Black, Travis Tritt, Confederate Railroad, Little Texas, stuff like that. Stuff that's real high up on my list that I have always had in every format and have hung on to those. So let's jump right in. Let's go right out the gate with George Strait. So this is George Strait, Blue Clear Sky. As you can see, these cassettes are gorgeous. This is one that I did not have. Of course, I was well into CDs by this point. So there's no sense in taking all these out and showing them to you guys. So let's just jump through this, make it quick, easy and painless, shall we? George Strait, Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Another great George Strait album here, Lead On. Steve and I, Harmless Rebel, have been saying for years how they should really put a lot of those, like, if they had Lead On or Blue Clear Sky or Troubadour, a lot of those classic George Strait albums, they need to get those babies reissued on vinyl, definitely. We're going to be going broke if they do, though, Steve, let me tell you that. Here's another one by Strait, a little Merry Christmas, Straight to You. And believe it or not, that's still one I need on vinyl. I think that is the only George Strait that I need on vinyl to complete my my George Strait collection. My absolute favorite, hands down, no questions asked, favorite Dwight Yoakam album right here is This Time. Probably, 1992? I should know. 93. 1993. What a great album this is. This is one that definitely needs to be on vinyl. Couple Randy Travis things. No Holding Back. And Always and Forever. I left Storms of Life there because I have already had a copy of that. A nice copy. George Jones. Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes? Right there. Some greatest hits by Kenny Rogers. I don't know why it's on there crooked, but that's how the J card is there. It's actually, printed. Sorry about that, guys. We had just shown this Kenny Rogers cassette, and all of a sudden the recorder stopped on me. So Who knows? Uh, Loretta and Conway, the best of. And Diggy loves that do right there. I know you do. Rick Trevino, Looking for the Light. Getting into some of the 90s stuff there. Radney Foster, A Labor of Love. A few Alabama things. Roll On. My Home's in Alabama. And Feels So Right. How can you talk 80s country without talking Alabama? Or Shenandoah, The Road Not Taken. This one I wasn't quite sure if I had already. That's the bad thing about not having my shelves built. Like I said, Mitch and I were talking last night, and I'm going to put some shelves in over here. And it'll probably hold, just one shelf will probably hold approximately 1,000 cassettes. But the bad part of not having those built yet and ready is I've got cassettes in stacks and boxes over here and stacks over there, and I pulled some out to listen to, so it's really hard to tell what you have and what you don't have. Tanya Tucker, Soon. And Tanya Tucker, Love Me Like You Used To. Blue by Leanne Rimes. Or a couple, one non-country thing. Chuck Berry, live at the Fillmore Auditorium. It's probably just because it's of his St. Louis connection. That's why that was in there with this stuff. But that was the only non-country thing in there. Then there were a couple actual sealed cassettes here. Waylon, The Wolf Will Survive. This is from. When is this one from? 1986. And then a great album here. John Schneider, Memory Like You. Some great songs. I mean, it has What's a Memory Like You and You're the Last Thing I Needed Tonight. Just those two songs alone make this thing worth its weight in gold. What a great album. Glad to have that sealed. I've got it on several different formats. I'm going to leave this thing sealed. I know that pisses some of you guys off, but who cares? It's my money. It's my collection. I can do with it what I want, right? So I'm going to keep it sealed. And then of all the cassettes, this is the one that really got me stoked. You guys will not have any idea who this is. This is my buddy Charlie Brown, Country Dream. Charlie is a local singer-songwriter, a few years older than me. And when I was kind of coming up, writing my songs and trying to get my start in the industry, he was a guy that I looked up to because he had this record out. This album record. He had this album out, and I had never met Charlie. Whenever I entered the Starmania Star Search contest here locally, Charlie and I both were at the local level, and I won the local level, and he advanced as well. And then I ended up winning the regionals and going on to the nationals in Las Vegas and winning that as well. But Charlie went with me, and we hung out, became really good friends. As a matter of fact, even when I moved to town in Nashville in 1997, Charlie ended up spending the summer with us. So I was so stoked to find this. It's a sealed copy of his very first album, Country Dream. That made my day right there. And then there were a couple CDs. Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP. This is one that I've had since the day it came out. I was glad to actually replace this because back in the day, I used to remember the album, the little fold-out album things. They would hold probably 60, 70, 100 CDs, but you had to take them out of the jewel case and put them in the little zipper album. Well, for some reason, I've got the jewel case, but no CD. So now I was able to get that for $1. By the way, all these, I don't mind telling you guys, all these cassettes were 50 cents. CDs were $1. James Brown Icon, Good stuff there. You guys will probably laugh, but whatever. Whitney Houston, her greatest hits. It's a 2-disc set there. So everything you'll need from Whitney. And same here. Janet, Miss Jackson If You're Nasty. Again, a 2-disc set. Everything you need from Janet from the beginning to like 2008, 2009. And last but not least, the hits of MC Hammer. So I was glad to pick all that up. Like I said, as well as all this, I ended up getting the 3 cassette cases. So it was a really nice day at the Goodwill. I stumbled upon the Goodwill glory hole, so to speak. So anyway, guys, just a quick and easy video. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you all are doing well. Take care. Peace.